Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, is another crochet hair review video. In today's crochet hair, as you also saw from the title, is the Rasta Free Lake Wave hair. Now, if you are not familiar with my crochet hair review series, welcome, join the family. Smash the subscribe button and join in, but this is not a DIY, nor tutorial, nor install video. I actually have one of those for this hair, and I'll link it up above right now, but this is a review. So you're going to hear a lot of me talking about the hair, and I'm going to first come on here and talk about the hair on my very first day, meaning I'm coming on here right after I install the hair, showing you how it looks if you install the hair with no manipulation, no products, no scissors have touched the hair. I show you how it looks that very first day, letting you know, was it an easy install, a hard install, how many times I had to split the hair, how many times I had to knot the hair, did I feel like it was super silky, and overall what my first day thoughts are of that crochet hair. Then I come on 1 week later, showing you how the hair looks 1 week in, telling you overall did it go uphill or downhill in the course of a week, and telling you overall what my nighttime routine has been like with the hair in that week. Then I come on here with my final thoughts of a crochet hair. Whether it's been 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, I show you how it looks on the literal last day that I'm wearing that hair. Showing you, has it really gone uphill or downhill in the several weeks of wear. Telling you overall, do I think it's water friendly, active wear friendly, and overall, do I recommend you try said hair? Now, there are timestamps down below for the impatient folk who just want to skip around to certain points of the video. That's there for you. But if you want to watch the continuous flow of this video, just keep watching to see my first day thoughts on this lake wave hair.
A few moments later.
So now, coming on here for my day one thoughts on this Rasta Free Lake Wave hair. Now, as I said in my intro, I do have an install video. I found that it's actually easier for me to explain the install when there's actually an accompanying video where you can actually see, and it's easier to see than actually me explaining it. But to give you the brief synopsis of this hair, this is what the hair looks like, and I have it in the color 1B. So this is what a 1B looks like. Let me first lean in so you could actually see how the hair looks in my head. Again, that install, you get an even closer look. So I don't want to bore you too deeply, but again, going and doing a turnaround so you guys can see. This is the hair. Let me do a back so you guys can see. Super long hair. If you saw my install, I installed this 1B hair. It does say on the package right here that this hair is 18 inches. You see that little 18 right there beside Lake Wave. I said in my install video, it feels a little bit longer than 18 inches. It's a pretty long hair, but nonetheless, y'all know I love me a long hair. And you guys know, if you follow my channel too, I'm not normally a wave gal, but I'm actually liking this. I was feeling myself throughout the whole install on this channel. Like I said in my install video, I've only done about 3 waves on this channel. I've done 2 from the same company actually, but I'm not normally a waves girl. I'm a curl girl and maybe a twist girl at times, but overall I stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to because waves sometimes scare me a little bit. But I have this longer wave 1B color, 18 inches from Rasta Free. I purchased this with my own coinage from GMBS Hair. I actually bought this hair a while ago, so I couldn't find my order confirmation, but I'm pretty sure I bought it from there. It's been quite some time since I bought this hair. I believe I bought it around the time I bought that pond curl hair that I reviewed maybe a year ago. So it's been quite some time, but I believe I got it from GMBS Hair. This brand is heavily West Coast, not really here on the East Coast where I am. Now, in my install, I have 9 braids all going straight back, coalescing into a little ball in the back. I used 4 packs of this hair. I bought 5 packs of this hair, then end up using a drop of the 5th pack, which is awesome. This hair was very easy to install in the back. I installed it as it came, but then I got to the front, I did my splitting thing. If you watch my video where I show you guys everything you need to know about installing hairs, you get why I do that. For me, it just makes more sense to split it in the front, install fully in the back. I did knot the hair 2 times in the back. I did knot the hair the invisible knot way in the front for a more natural and realistic hairline. Now, I did not find this hair super silky to a point where I feel like it's going to slide out. I get these comments a lot lot of the times in some of my videos where it's like, how do you protect the hair from sliding out? And then I'm struggling because I didn't experience a falling out or like the hair not feeling safe in my head feeling. So I can't relate to that. I can't give tips for something I didn't experience. And I feel like I always avoided waves because I feel like that's where I hear the most pushback of hair slipping and the knots having to be done 5, 6, 7 times to make them stay. Right now, again, this is day 1. I just installed this hair moments ago, so I don't feel any slippage, but I'll definitely update you guys in subsequent weeks if after I turn off this camera, things start slipping and sliding over here. I'll let you know. I won't hide that from you. Again, this being the very first day, if you follow my channel, you know I don't use no scissors. So this is the length you're going to get if you do nothing to this hair. If you absolutely install it as it comes in the package. I'm liking this hair long, but I know waves do better when they're shorter. But I'm going to see, y'all. I'm going to test this thing out. But again, this is day 1. And day 1, I'm feeling this hair a lot. To see my week 1 thoughts and see how I carry on with this hair, just keep watching.
1 week later.
So now, coming on here for my 1 week thoughts on this Rasta Free Lake Wave hair. Now, I have not really cut the hair at all, which is surprising. I expected myself to cut a little bit more just because it's a wave, and I know sometimes waves can be a little bit more maintenance than normal, but I haven't had any problems with it being at this length. I think it looks really good, and I've just, cut a little bit to frame my face up in the front, but other than that, not a lot of cutting has gone on with this look. Surprisingly. Now, in terms of this hair, something I forgot to mention in my first day thoughts was the fact that this is part of their H2O Water Glide Tech line. That's what they call it, Water Glide Tech, meaning that it's supposed to do well in water, which I've tried a hair from their water line. I think it was their Pond Curl hair that was this Water Glide technology in the hair. I didn't see a huge difference with that hair, so I saw it on the pack, but I didn't take any credence to it with this hair just because in general a lot of crochet hair already does really well in the water without it even having this Water Glide Tech. I didn't see a huge enough difference. I'll be monitoring it with this hair to see, wow, it's performing way better than a normal hair that doesn't have this Water Glide Tech to it, but we shall see. Now, in terms of the maintenance with this hair, I got my maintenance routine really from my mom. I called my mom and we were chit-chatting this week, and she was like, what hair have you installed now, girl? What hair you got in your head? I never see you like that, even though I see her like at least once or twice a month. I never see you like that. What hair you got in, girl? And I was like, I got a wave in, surprisingly. She was shocked because a lot of the time she feels like I do very similar styles, which to her point, maybe I do. I do tend to love my big loose curls a lot of the days, but I was like, guess what? I did a wave. And I was like, but I'm having trouble figuring out what my nighttime routine is going to be with this hair just because I'm not that well versed in a wave. I was like, I'm thinking about twisting it up at night. And she was like, I had a wave and I didn't have to twist it up at night. My mom does crochet hair probably about, I'd say 50% of the time. She wears her natural hair about 40%. She has beautiful natural hair. And then she does wigs probably like 10% of the time. So she was like, I've done a wave before and I didn't twist it up at night. And I was like, yeah, but you probably did shorter because she tends to do a lot shorter styles than I do. She was like, no, I wore it long too. Now I need to question her on what she meant by long, but she was like, all I did was put it back and I went to sleep that way, and it was very low maintenance. So I was like, I'm gonna do that for this past week. All I've done is put the hair back, so putting the hair back into a ponytail, putting my scarf on. I know a lot of people who are yelling at the screen right now like, you have to twist it up at night. This is a twisty hair. And I haven't had any problems doing it the way that I've been doing it with the putting it back at night method. I really haven't. I also haven't introduced any products to this hair as of yet. Not to say I won't. You guys have to continue watching to see if that changes. I'm speaking right now as 1 week in me. And 1 week in me, I haven't had any need for any products, any mousses, any of that stuff. Now, again, to my mom's point, I don't try a lot of waves a lot. I stick again to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to with hair, so I never get to use a brush. Why would I bring a brush into the last situation I had, which was that tropical curl hair? That hair was big bouncy curls. Brushing what? The hair before that was the Femme Freak Mini Fro C twist hair. What am I bringing a brush into the situation for? However, this hair, It's a brush hair. So I tend to focus the brushing mainly on the back. Not to say I don't brush the front, but mainly on the back, because the back is what is rubbing against your clothes, or it's rubbing against this, and it tends to get the matting and the tangles a lot earlier. So to be ahead of that, what I've been doing, I do this maybe once every other day. I just brush the hair. So I just grab onto it, so I'm not pulling it from the roots. Like, I'm not brushing it like, but I'm holding on to kind of like an area right here, and then just kind of brushing it. And then if some hair at the bottom is kind of, flowing through as it normally would, I just cut that away. And that's what I've been doing with this hair. So I do it all throughout my head, but mainly focusing on the back, because again, that's the area that's probably going to turn first and go first. But overall, not a huge issue. Now, very shortly, I am leaving for San Francisco. I'm going to California this upcoming week. And I was like, oh man, scissors have been my best friend with this hair, because as I do brush through it, I typically do kind of snip a little bit, and I was like, I can't bring any scissors with me. And then I checked the TSA guidelines. I've always thought scissors were a no-go, because I don't check bags a lot of the time. I typically only travel with a carry-on. I don't know how I do it, because I be packing that carry-on very tightly. But I looked online, and TSA said you can have scissors in your carry-on. They just have to be less than 4 inches. And I don't know if this is 4 inches, like the blade has to be less than 4 inches. I'm gonna measure it. I might bring my scissors with me. I'm always scared, because I don't want to ever be at the TSA line and they bring me over to the side. So I always pack very effectively. So I'm debating whether to bring my scissors, because scissors have been my best friend, in the sense of, like, again, with this hair, it just has a little bit of loose ends sometimes that I just want to, let go of. But I'll let you guys know how it performs, how long I'm going to wear it. I don't even know myself how long I'm going to wear this hair. But you guys will see all of that in my final thoughts coming up right now.
Later.
So now I am back for my final thoughts on this Rasta-Free Lake Wave hair. And as you can see from the signage, it's been 2 weeks. Don't worry, your girl got an explanation for this. Now, as you can see from my shirt, if you've already caught my San Francisco vlog, your girl was in San Francisco last week. Last week, I went to San Francisco, had the time of my life. However, San Francisco is made up of what are called microclimates. So you could be in one area and it'd be 70 degrees. You could be in another area, it'd be 59. You can be in one area, it can be sunny. The next area, it could be foggy. I count myself in a lot of sunny areas. Also in a lot of windy areas. If you caught my vlog, I probably didn't even insert every single clip where my hair was taking a beating. My hair was fighting for its life. My hair was like, I'm fighting for my life with no protection, girl. You couldn't even bring a hat. You couldn't bring nothing for us. Why are you doing this to us? What did we do? We synthetic. We can't handle all this. And so this hair, unfortunately, I feel like has to come out due to those circumstances. This hair has taken a beating. And I appreciate you here for taking said beating, but through said beating, this hair has gotten in a phase. This hair has gotten in a phase. Let me do a turnaround so you guys can see what it looks like. I haven't cut it too much. Let me lean in as well so you guys can catch it. Also, through the beating that it took, you can't even tell, but a lot of my real hair has actually taken a beating and said, hey, we want to be free too. So in 2 weeks, which that's uncommon for my natural hair to come out and my edges to be so out and living in 2 weeks. Typically, maybe like 4 weeks or 3 weeks is starting, but never at 1 week. And now literally we're going into the second week. My edges are saying, look, let us be free. That's why, again, I don't think I could wear it for that much longer. When I say the wind heavily impacted my hair and this style, I can say when I got back to the room, I didn't bring any of my essentials other than edge control and my toothbrush. I did not bring any of my hair care essentials. So I went there without any battle armor for my helmet. My helmet did not have the fighting tools when we came back to the hotel room each night to take up for that wind. So it just kept getting more mad. This is the first time I've never done something before on camera to show you guys. Sometimes I do initial detangling. I do initial product run through. I do something so I don't come on camera looking completely crazy, because I'm typically filming multiple videos in a day. I am filming a couple videos today, but I decided I'll just, after this is filmed, take care of this hair. But I wanted to show you guys in real time. This hair is super tangly. When I pull one strand, the whole body coming up. If I can get in there, you guys can see. I think it's better on this side, this viewage of it. You can see all the tangles, everything that's going on right now with this hair. It got a lot. And you would think, oh, she hadn't been detangling it. This is one strand is all of this. So this needs to be ran through, products need to be run through, and I need to detangle it. I actually did detangle it as soon as I came back, but then again, it was back to being Tangle City and Mess City by Thursday. So I got back on Monday, completely beat, completely tired. By Tuesday, I felt a little bit better, so I said, let me actually take care of my hair that took that beating this weekend. I detangled it. It was all right. It was fine enough, but it was definitely not the hair before I went to San Francisco. If you watched the beginning of the San Francisco vlog, I think my hair was looking gorgeous. It was feeling gorgeous. Now I feel it's rough textures, honey. It's seen better days. And again, the thing about cameras is you're probably like, oh, it looks great, it looks wonderful. In person, and feeling, it doesn't feel great. Feels like it's seen better days. In terms of what I used when I detangled the hair, I just used the Rasta-Free Creamy Rejuvenator, which I gotta be lenient on because you guys have sold this out. The site that I bought it from, GMBS Hair, had a sold out sticker, so I was like, guess I can't re-up on this because you guys bought it all. It did really good that first day. It did really good for that first 24 hours, 48 hours. Now it's back to dryness, and I just want to get it out. I just want to get it out. I feel like me and Waves, we don't get along well. I hate to say it. You guys always comment on how I always try the same kind of similar curl patterns. I love a spirally curl. I can keep up with that a lot better than I can a wave. I think I've tried Amazon wave, Velvet wave. I've tried, what other wave have I tried? Cozy Deep is sort of a wave. Every single time it's like 2 weeks. I cannot do past 2 weeks with these wave hair. And I promise you, that first week, that first day, I thought I looked good. These styles look so good to me. And I think it's because it draws me back to my sewing days. It draws me back to my hair being looser, flowier. And I love that. Like, looks wise, I love it. Maintenance wise, feelings wise, the synthetic hair for me just always holds up a little bit worse. Again, if this was a wig, it might be a little different because you get to take it off at night and you get to put it on. This is on me 24/7. I really feel like you have to be able and willing to put the maintenance into a wavier hair, especially this type of wavy hair. People out there who try the ocean wave, who are fans of waves, please give your girl some guidance before she tries her next wave, because I cannot keep doing this. I cannot keep trying these waves and it only lasting 2 weeks on me because I'm not used to the maintenance. My mom said I didn't need to do all this. Now I'm starting to think, should I have twisted it? What should I have done to maintain a wave? Because people go up for the ocean wave. People really go up for the ocean wave. Should I have to wear it shorter? You guys know I'm not a fan of shorter hair, but if I do ever try like an ocean wave type hair, should I wear it shorter? Are waves only meant to be worn at a certain length? You guys know I love longer hair, but should I just bite the bullet and do 8 inches? Like, what are you guys doing to maintain your wavier hairs for 4+ weeks? What are y'all's techniques? Leave them down below because your girl needs help. The thesis, the mission statement for this channel, if I had to say, in summing it up in less than 10 words, finding the best crochet hair options that are no to low maintenance that look good. That is this channel's mission statement. Trying to find those hair that look good and I don't have to do a lot. Because if I'm going to have to do a lot, I might as well just wear my own hair. This is supposed to protect me. This is supposed to give me like free time. If I'm spending all my time dealing with this, it's not getting to that mission statement. That mission statement is not being obliged. So in terms of water friendliness, I wouldn't do it. Nope, it's not working in wind. It's hitting wind. How is it earth, wind, fire? It's not working in wind. It's not going to do well in water. I don't think it's not transferable. I personally don't believe. And in terms of active, I wouldn't do that either. Why? For what? It looks good though. This is one of those hair where it might make my list where it's like high maintenance but worth it, but only worth it for like a week. If you're wearing somebody who wears crochet hair for a week, this will be the perfect 1 week style. But don't go nowhere with this hair. Stay in your local area. Do not go anywhere with this hair. So overall, do I recommend the Rasta-Free Lake Wave hair? It's pretty. It's gorgeous. But if you are somebody who can upkeep waves and you know waves, better than I do, go for it. I follow Slade by Reese on Instagram. She might have changed her name because I don't know if she does hair anymore. She used to do hair in the DMV, and I know right now she is focused on being a mother and being a mother blogger. So I see a lot of her content, but she still wears crochet hair. She has a beautiful wave in right now. She's slaying it on Instagram. If you're not following her on Instagram, please do. She's slaying a wave, ironically, at the same time that I'm wearing a wave, and I'm looking at her wave, and I'm like, huh, it looks so good. But maybe people don't know what goes on behind the scenes, because you guys probably saw pictures of me on Instagram and it was like, it looks so good, and I'm gonna look good in photos. I'm in San Francisco, my photos ain't gonna look janky. That's one thing about me, but you don't know what's going on. I'm fighting for my life behind the scenes with this hair. And again, leave those wave suggestions down below, because I want to continue to try until I get it right. I'm somebody who's consistent about trying things until I can get it right, and I need your help on this one. So please leave them down below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up even if you didn't enjoy it. We need all the love and support over here on this channel. Make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram at LeoLaVon89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.